Hey guys, Black Rose here, doing another playthrough for Sly Cooper, and this time we're going into Sly Cooper 2, The Band of Thieves. Alright guys, so for this game it's a little different. We still have to deal with Carmelita, but she now has a partner named Neela that kind of helps her out, but she also helps us out, which is kind of weird, but anyway, she is in here too now. And the biggest difference for Sly 2 is that you're not just playing as Sly, you actually get to play as both Murray and Bentley this time, which was sort of like an Easter egg in the first game. Because at the end, when we were taking on Clockwork, we got to play as all three characters of the Sly Cooper gang to take down the owl. And to say Carmelita's a little salty with how we left her behind is putting it lightly. So let's start a new game and let's do this again.
This is the Wizard. Do you read me, Sitting Duck?
This is Peking Duck. I hear you, Blizzard.
No, Sly, I'm the Wizard, and you're Sitting Duck.
I read you loud and clear, Lizard.
No, I'm... Forget it, you're not taking this seriously.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, Bentley, I know this is your first time out in the field, but you've got to loosen up. If we're going to get to those Clockwork parts, I need you on your toes. So when plane talk, what's your status?
Well, I've established myself in the basement, and I'm pretty sure I can rewire the service elevator if you can power it up from that security station.
Hang tough, pal. It might take some time, but I'll figure out a way to get up there.
Alright, so Clockwork is in parts in this one, at least at the beginning. But I'm not going to get into too much on what the state of everything is around here. As you can see, there are guards, so we'll just have to be kind of careful.
Okay, I spliced the wires. Ow! Hold on. There it is.
As Bentley shocks himself. He's the brains and he electrocuted himself.
Security computer.
And as we learned in the first game, Bentley is a hacker.
There goes the laser security system. I'm working on the security gate. Presto, all clear.
Thanks, pal. For your first time out, you did pretty well.
Oh, this operation is far from complete. Now that the lasers and spotlights are offline, Murray should be moving into position for your rendezvous. I'll stay here and provide computer support while you go on ahead.
And just like in the Sly 1, you get 100 coins, you get a lucky charm. There's Finley. Let's see. I don't know who those two are, but there's Sir Raleigh. This is almost like a shrine. There's Panda King. It's almost like a shrine to Sly 1. Because there's like pictures of all the villains we've taken down. Here's a picture from one of our previous games, or maybe one of our ancestors. Here's Mugshot. Huh. Interesting.
According to my information, the clockwork parts are being stored up there. Now to get access, you're gonna have to meet up with Murray at the rendezvous point. Unfortunately, the route through the garden is filled with guards.
No problem. I'll just take the long way around.
If memory serves, you need to jump and hit the circle button to run along ropes.
We are not going back through time and like redoing the whole Thieves Raccoonus again, but there are certain points in the game where Bentley's like, oh wait, I forgot you can actually do this too. So in a way we're slowly regaining the abilities we had in 1, but we don't get all of them, and sometimes we even pick up new ones.
Murray must have gotten lost along the way. Try pressing on ahead without him.
Okay, so Murray didn't get lost, he's just kinda in a different position. There he is.
Greetings, citizen. I hope you weren't harmed by my meteoropic entrance.
No, Murray, I kept at a safe distance.
Good, good. The Thunderflop knows neither friend nor foe, only destruction.
Yeah, could you maybe channel some of that raw energy into the security gate?
Of course. It is nothing before the Murray.
And the little crosses are health now.
Okay, all clear. Another barrier stands before you. Fear not, I shall bend it like the truth.
Solid work, Murray. You're really in the zone.
My hulking frame is too much for that puny rope. You go ahead and unlock the doors from the inside. I'll be waiting in the hallway to help you carry out the clockwork parts.
And even though Bentley is small enough to fit on the ropes, he's terrified of heights, so literally the only one once again, that can go on ropes and stuff is Sly.
I don't get it, Sly. The clockwork part should be here. This is all wrong. We need to pull the plug on this operation right now.
Freeze, Cooper.
Inspector Fox, as beautiful and unpredictable as ever.
Whereas you crooks are so predictable. You always return to the scene of the crime.
Crime? I haven't stolen anything. Yet.
Oh, really? Then who broke in last night and made off with all the clockwork parts? You've got the motive.
Someone already stole the parts?
Don't play dumb with me. It might not have been him, Conley. The method of entry and guard casualties all point to this being a Claw Gang job.
The Claw Gang?
Constable Neela, I allowed you to sit in on this stakeout as a favor to the Contessa. I really don't need any help. Oh, I think you might. Look at the facts. Facts! Sly Cooper is right here. I caught him red-handed. I'm just saying that there are other criminals in the world other than Sly Cooper! After him!
And Contessa, as you can tell, is another cop.
Oh, geez. Hurry up, Sly.
Shake a leg, Murray. It's time to go.
You can't run forever!
This wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah, well, this is where things get fucked.
Freeze!
This is getting a little hot. You guys go warm up the van. I'll keep Carmelita busy.
You're all going to jail.
Pick me up at the rendezvous.
Oh, she had backup this time.
Hold still!
There goes Murray.
Stop, thief! You can't run forever! Stop, thief! Get back here, Ringtail!
I'm heading for your position. Jump it fast so we can get out of here.
I'll find Cooper!
Carmelita's just as angry as ever. She's really quite lovely when she's angry. And that Constable Neela, was a reference to the Claw Gang just a slip of the tongue, or an intentional clue? Either way, it's her only lead on the missing clockwork parts. Clockwork. He was consumed with jealousy for the Cooper clan's thieving reputation. Is it inappropriate to refer to him as a monster? No, not at all. What kind of person stays alive for hundreds of years with the express intention of wiping out a rival's family line? Imagine the hatred fueling that first decision to replace his mortal body with soulless machinery. Ultimately, you did the trick. Clockwork. He caught up with my parents, and I wound up in an orphanage. It's there that I met my pals, Bentley, the brains of our outfit, and Murray, the brawn. They turned out to be all the family I needed. 2 years ago, I thought I'd finished it. How naive to think I could so easily put an end to that kind of hatred. And now he's back. In pieces, sure, but the threat is real. Does the Claw Gang even realize what they've stolen? I don't know what's in my future, but I won't let it be a repeat of my past.
Alright. Time to get this started with Dimitri. Now, we're gonna have like 2 or 3 episodes per boss, but I believe Dimitri is only 2, maybe 1. I don't know, it's been a little while since I've played 2, but keep Dimitri in mind because he's another one that we're gonna run into again in Sly Cooper 3 along with Panda King.
I had to call in a few favors to get the goods on the Claw Gang's local operator. Dimitri, a sort of underworld celebrity, equally at home in high-class art circles and shady back-alley crimes. He was once a passionate young art student who worked hard to develop his own visionary style. Unfortunately, the art world wasn't quite ready for his kinetic aesthetic. So he gave them what they wanted and started forging old masterpieces. His way of punishing those with bad taste. Dimitri now runs a nightclub on the west side. The thumping music, colorful light shows, and a hint of danger lure in chic young patrons from far and wide. And it's here, hidden somewhere, where we'll find clockwork tail feathers. What Dimitri plans to do with the clockwork part is beyond me. But those plans end tonight.
Has a computer set up where you can actually buy gadgets and stuff to help you throughout the game. Bentley gets a trigger bomb, Murray has a fist of flame, and Sly gets smoke bombs for the first segment that's up for grabs. But unfortunately, we don't have enough coins for that. I actually forgot that you don't get Lucky Charms in... Sorry guys, swallowed wrong. In Sly Cooper 2, the best way to make sure you don't get a game over is to make sure you keep an eye on your health and find those little red crosses that you can get when you destroy stuff to help regain life. So this game is a little bit more of a challenge with that, but like I said, for the most part you're playing as Sly to begin with. It's not till a little later that we actually have a need for the other 2.
I tell you, Bentley, it's gonna be a real pleasure robbing this nightclub.
I share in your enthusiasm, but before we hit the inside, we'll need to do a little reconnaissance work.
What do you have in mind?
I've installed this special antenna on the safe house to help with our first job, hacking into Dimitri's satellite array. The coordinates for the job start beacon have been uploaded to your binocular. Make your way to this position, and I'll give you a full briefing on our objective.
I'm on my way.
Okay guys, so I'm back. Unfortunately I am gonna have to backtrack a little bit just because I accidentally
Like the L3 button, press the left analog stick. I'll beam some
went
virtual
too long
markers into your
for my
feedback.
dinner break
They'll help you
to
find your way
eat,
around.
so
If no markers are in view, use the right analog stick to move the slide. I need you to hack into way so that we'll have access to his database.
How am I supposed to do that?
To start, you'll need to get to the top of that tower. Then reposition the satellite dish to point at my safe house antenna. If you want to climb on stuff, jump and hit the circle button to grab hold. Try climbing up that pipe.
Right. Jump and press the circle button to climb pipes. I'm on it.
Anyway, so I had to reboot it, and then when I got it rebooted, it closed our last session.
Right, the first one's in position. I've uploaded the next waypoint into your Thieves map imagery. Remember, click the L3 button to locate your next objective.
Anyway, it didn't save us collecting all those clues, so if you want to 100% the game, collecting all the clues and getting all the vaults, just like in one, is the best way to do it. You don't really have to at this point. So if you just want to focus on the main storyline objectives, that's fine too. And a couple of the side ones as well.
Okay, only one more to go. Activate your Thieves map imager by pressing the L3 button to find the last dish waypoint. Remember, the view is always better from a rooftop.
Anyway,
You can hold down the R1 button while walking to break into a fast run, but be careful, as this is sure to be loud enough to alert any guards in the vicinity.
I may try to collect the clues
Nice work, Sly.
off camera just so you guys aren't seeing me collect them.
All in a night's work. So, where do we go from here?
Your next job is to break into the nightclub and take some reconnaissance photos of the clockwork tail feathers. To get inside, you'll have to sneak through an old wine cellar beneath town.
Okay, I'll head up for the cellar.
Unfortunately for me, the only way to 100% the game is to actually get all the vaults. Kind of like the psychical one, but it's really not necessary. You can 99% the game just by doing the main story
Good
missions.
to see you, little buddy. I guess the way through the wine cellar started by those rats. Bentley thought you might like some help clearing them out.
Sounds like fun. You and me, back to back?
Totally. Outnumbered, fighting impossible odds. It's perfect.
All right, pal. Let's get to it.
Fear the mermaid. Hold on, Sly. Let me lower those bars for you. There you go. To get over this thing, you'll have to double jump. Hit the X button to jump. Then, while in the air, press it again to get some extra air time. Looks like you're on your own from here.
I'm used to it. Thanks for the help.
Anytime, partner.
Sly, in order to get past these lasers, you need to crawl under that table. To do that, get near the table and press the circle button. These flashlight guards are too tough to fight head on. Crawl under the tables to sneak around him.
If you get caught by the guards while on a job, you fail the job and you have to pretty much start over, which is kind of annoying. But it at least gives you a chance to do the mission again without getting caught by guards.
This air vent leads into Dimitri's nightclub. Hit the circle button to crawl inside. In order to shut down those yellow lasers, you'll need to take out that guard. Sneak up behind him and press the triangle button to knock him into the air. Then, the square button to slam and finish him off. Got that? The triangle button, then the square button.
But keep in mind, just like in any other situation,
Only works on guards who haven't seen him. Wait until this guy turns his back, and then let him have it. If you get in a fight with those rats, the sneak attack won't work. It's purely a stealth move.
I know it's a little tedious, but if you want to get those upgrades for the team, you definitely need the coin to get it.
Jackpot! The heart of Dimitri's operation! Head for those windows and take some reconnaissance photos. Tap the R3 button. You know, click the right analog stick. To bring up your binocular, it's already outfitted with a spy cam. Slide. Use the right analog stick to zoom in and out on photo targets. Tap the R1 button to take a picture when you've got a good shot. recon photos are a grim reminder of what the modern thief is up against. Spotlights, stepped-up patrols, the sum of it all renders a direct assault impossible. To solve this puzzle, I'm going to need some more intelligence. First, replace this bug painting with one Dimitri has in his office. Once in place, we should be able to listen in on his communications. Second, if you see the boss, tail him. We might learn something from studying his movements. Once we've got a proper understanding of the operation, those clockwork tail feathers are as good as ours.
So it looks like we have 2 jobs per slide. And as you go through the game, it will change the color of the job as well as the logo as to which character you need to pull off the job. But we need to pull off a few more jobs before we have Murray or Bentley out in the field, so the 2 jobs to pick from are bugging Dimitri's office or following Dimitri himself. Following Dimitri leads to a job that we need Murray for, so I'm gonna go with bugging Dimitri's office just to get that out of the way. Yeah, it's like a picture of a painting.
I need you to sneak into Dimitri's office and swap it with the original.
Nice. So we'll be able to listen in on his conversations.
Yes, I thought things might go more smoothly with an ear on the inside. Just be careful with the fine art. Take any damage and the painting's ruined.
In other words, don't get caught. Which is going to be hard because for this mission, I swear they purposely put guards up here. If I remember correctly, Dimitri calls Cycler Raccoonius Dudas. Why? I have no idea.
Fascinating. The message you just found appears to be some sort of clue. I'll decipher it here in the safe house. In the meantime, the schematic indicates that door's locked from the inside.
That's all right. I never was one for the direct approach.
Well, because the indirect approach is way up there through that air vent.
like there's two that move and two that don't. Yeah, so it's completely necessary because it makes getting where we need to go a lot easier.
Nice work, Sly. The bug's in position. If you manage to get the original painting back to me in one piece, I can sell it through my internet connections and make us a ton of coins.
Oh look, there's the vault.
Avoid getting spotted by the flashlight guards. If you get caught, you can run away by holding down the R1 button. I just intercepted an email from Dimitri. He's ordered his guards to ring the boat's bell when the coast is clear.
Coast is clear for what?
Of that I'm uncertain. Ring the bell and follow him without being seen. Then maybe we'll find out what he's hiding.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Smooth. Keep it smooth, baby.
You won't be able to see what Demetrius is doing from up on that water tower. Go down for a closer view.
Smooth. Keep it smooth, baby. Walk tall. Stand tall. Get funky. Aha!
Good job tailing him, Sly. He had no idea you were watching while he typed in that secret code. Hold on. Looks like that door leads to the nightclub Aqua Pump. This might be useful for the ice.
Like I said, that one for following Dimitri led to being an open mission for Murray, which is fine. I just wanted to get Sly's main 2 out of the way before we switch to Big Guy. And then like Sly, it's a lot harder to get Murray around, as well as Bentley, because, well, yes, they can use the rooftops like him. They're not as agile, so it makes it harder to do what we gotta do. So you definitely have to plan accordingly depending on who you're playing.
Murray, I need you to make your way back to the Aqua Pump room and sabotage it.
Jeez, I don't know. How am I supposed to get past these lasers?
You should be able to break that power box by throwing something at it. Press the circle button to use your stomp move near the ice machine to pick up a block of ice. Then press the square button to throw the block at the power box.
Hit the circle button to pick stuff up and the square button to throw. Got it.
You're strong, Murray. Try picking up other stuff in the room.
It always takes 3.
Enemies that are knocked out can be picked up with your stomp move. Throw something at that guard, then jump up there and pick him up with the circle button.
Right?
Toss the rats into that open water main and plug up those pipes. Okay, fellas, I've constructed a plan to get at the clockwork tail feathers, but we'll need to pull off a few more jobs to set things up for the heist. First, Sly will have to pick a few pockets in the theater so that we'll have access to the Spotlight Control Center. Once that's accomplished, we'll be able to turn off all the security around the printing press. We'll need your muscle, Murray, to take out all the exterior alarm horns. We don't want anything to alert the guards while we pull off the big job. And finally, we'll need to get into the discotheque to drop this mirror ball. Trust me, it's all part of the plan.
Except for how we get there. I would say do Sly first, but Maurice is going to be the biggest pain in the butt, so I'm going to do the one mission first and then have Sly pick pockets.
Okay, Murray. That alarm horn will tip off Dimitri during our heist. There are 3 of them out here, and I need you to take them out.
Check.
This is going to take some serious muscle, Murray. You're the only guy on the team who can pull this off. Stop to pick things up, then throw it at those alarm horns. Good luck, pal. This could get rough.
Evildoers feel my wrath.
the one Bentley assigned. The Moonlight Rendezvous is with Neela, who's gonna help us get into the nightclub.
Okay, Sly. There's the power boxes which route to the printing press area. To take care of them, I'll need you to put a splice clip in those spotlights.
Sorry, Bentley, but those fans are spinning way too fast to walk on.
They can be slowed down from this control panel, but you'll have to do a lot of pickpocketing to get at it. The guards are carrying special fragile keys that will be destroyed if you attack. Make sure you pickpocket their keys before you take those thugs out. The pickpocket guards, sneak up behind them and press the circle button. Keep picking his pocket. Sometimes you have to dig a little. Heads up, if you leave this area, you'll abandon your current job.
Check one, check two. Son, let me try another way to put a shout out to all my friends from Samurai. Stand tall and feel beautiful. I hear some raccoon dude giving us static. If your spot is letterbox, bam! Make him fun, happy, take no prisoners, go hardcore. Extreme all over his face. Okay, sir.
Dimitri is a very unique character. He's like, kick his butt. Don't make him regret ever coming in here. It's like, For this guy, you want to be right behind him. Just be careful with how you do that. Then calm down and go back to his movie or whatever he's doing. Once he starts going in and out of consciousness, you know you're safe. Wait for him to fall asleep. Take his pocket.
Nice work, Sly. Now head for the control panel to slow down the fan.
Be back. There we go.
Looks like the fans have stopped. Use them to get on top of the main chandelier and insert that splice clip. I'm overriding the spotlight security guns. That should do it. No more security in the printing press room. Hey, Sly, you can pickpocket all the guards around the nightclub. Try to find guys carrying shiny loot in their back pockets. We can pawn the good stuff for a lot of coins back here at the safe house.
Hold it, Cooper.
Constable Mira. Another policewoman hot on my tail.
Please. I led you here.
So that Claw Gang slip was a clue. Why are you helping me out?
You're not as black and white as Carmelita. I know what a menace those clockwork parts are. I don't want the likes of the Claw Gang putting them to use.
So what? It takes a thief to catch a thief?
Something like that. But if I'm going to trust you in this case, I need to know that you can keep up. Literally.
Literally.
Don't fall behind.
Sly, hold down the R1 button to run. You'll need it to keep up with Constable Neela.
moves fast.
Well done, Sly. We should work well together.
Glad you approve.
Now, legally, I can't enter Dimitri's nightclub without a warrant. But I happen to have obtained a key to his back door, which a person like yourself can use however he pleases.
Oh, we are absolutely going to work well together.
That job inside the disco will require my demolition skills. Head on back to the safe house. I should be all geared up for the field by the time you arrive.
The shortcut is the easiest way to get someone who isn't Sly to that location.
To get past the laser fence, you'll need to blow it up. Press the triangle button to drop a bomb, and then get out of the way before it explodes. Good job. Now, use your sleep darts to get by the guard. Press the R3 button, with the right analog stick, to bring up he's out. Drop a bomb on him while he's down to keep it that way. Hey, Bentley, how you holding up out there in the field?
Fine, I'm just fine. I just need to bomb all the pillars supporting that disco ball and I can get out of here.
What's with taking out the disco ball?
Its impact will shake the nightclub's front peacock sign loose from its board. Look, I can't talk now. I've got to keep moving, keep safe.
Yeah, Bentley is not made for the field.
pop off on impact. Okay, fellas, the dominoes are all in place. Time to pull off the big heist. First, Murray will help me break into the old water tower. From there, I should be able to shut down the plaza fountain. Dimitri's sure to send someone out to get the repair truck. Sly, you'll pickpocket the truck keys off this guy once he shows up. Then hand them off to me and Murray in the plaza. We'll go steal the truck while you climb to the top of the nightclub's peacock side. When you're in position, Murray will fire the truck winch line up to you and will use it to pull down the side. If my calculations are correct, the impact should create an entrance to the printing press room. Then, Sly, you jump in, grab the clockwork tail feathers, and we all get the heck out of here.
Corset, fine tiger lady I've been seeing around in my woods.
Oh wow, we actually start the operation without me.
Come on, chum. To that water tower.
So when Billy's giving his little plan of attack, pay attention to who he actually says is first.
Jump into my arms. I'll toss you up there. You're gonna have to blast your way in.
Darn it. Or nope. This is trickier than it looks. There we go.
I need to focus. Which valves do I turn to divert water pressure from the plaza? To change the flow of water through a valve, I should press the circle button. Success! Sly, the water pressure to the fountain should be disabled.
It's off all right. They're already sending out the repair guy to fix it up.
Pickpocket the keys to his repair truck without being seen.
And just like last time, he's got 2 rounds following him. This one is going to be done in 2 parts. You get to play as Bentley and Murray as they go to get the truck, and also as Sly as you get into position.
It's all you.
Let's head out for the repair truck. I'll take the wheel. I know how to drive a stick shift.
I need to get in position on top of the nightclub's peacock sign for phase 3. I'm in position.
Great. We're just driving up right now. Get ready to grab the tow harpoon.
Hooks on. Pull away.
Sly, the guards are onto us. Protect the truck. Behold the majesty of gravity and inertia.
That was real subtle, Bentley.
Okay, you jump in, grab the clockwork tail feathers, and we're out of here.
God! So, Lacunas do this. Like totally bumming my house up and bringing me down. So very uncool. Why can't you let birds and bees be free, bro?
Listen, dude, you have no idea what you're playing with. It'll bring more than your house down.
Look, bro, I think you are a tough cowboy. A man with taste, style, vision, a connoisseur of finer things. Like me. Look, I'm sure that 2 cats in a bag like us could work something out. Yeah? We smooth. Look, see the money. You're like the money. You can take all you want. I can.
No deal. You and the rest of the claw gang have to be stopped. Clockwork will never again see the light of day. Just hand over the tail feathers and we can...
What is this with clocks, bro? Have you no vision? Are you hearing what I mean to you? You think you have juice? Don't show me a little mind when talking about such big things. You think you can swing the bat? Show your bling and let me shine.
I have no idea what you're saying. And your suit sucks.
Oh! Let's dance! it's in operation. It's past tense.
I'm doing you a favor. What kind of thief prints money? There's no honor in that.
You... Crackerbox!
My gang and I have done it. The clockwork tail feathers were ours. Dimitri's counterfeiting operation was ruined. Due to the untimely arrival of Carmelita, my escape got a little tricky. Angry at having just missed me, she took it out on Dimitri, shutting down the nightclub and throwing the frustrated forger behind bars. The gang and I headed out of town for a week in Monaco. I figured the team had earned themselves a well-deserved break.
Okay, so I was a little off. Only Dimitri has one episode because what we do with him is not really that extravagant. But I do know for the next one we should have 2 separate episodes for him. One to get one clockwork part, but the other is a little bit more interesting and ends us with a situation that Bentley doesn't really like, but I digress.
Another clockwork part had surfaced in India, so the boys and I loaded up the van and zeroed in on our next target, a mysterious spice lord known as Rajan. A self-made man who grew up poor on the streets of Calcutta, he started his life of crime selling illegal spices in the black market, eventually growing his small outfit to a sizable operation, and earning himself a seat in the prestigious Claw Gang. He's since crowned himself Lord of the Hills, and while he goes to great lengths to convince others of his royalty, it's mostly to convince himself. True to form, he's holding a lavish ball in his newly purchased ancestral palace. The reason? To show off his latest acquisition, the clockwork wings. The symbol of Miami. If you saw the wings silhouetted against the night sky, it was already too late for you, especially if your name was Cooper. Rajan believes displaying the wings will bring him prestige, and maybe they will, but they're also bringing me.
Okay. The combat dodge is going to be really essential. So we'll save up to get this one because I know we need it. But I think I'm going to save the game here and call it a night just because Rajan's first episode takes a while and it's late and I don't want to lose track of time. So I'm going to call it here. Thanks for playing with me, even though you probably just watched it. I hope to see you guys on the next one when we tackle the Band of Thieves one more time. And next time, maybe we'll at least get through Rajan. Hopefully both of his episodes. And maybe even get on to the next boss. But we'll see what time tells on the next round. So have a good night, everybody, and see you next time.